Man, shout out Sunny V2 for the video. Athletes who retired but were more successful after. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like the most successful retired athlete is Michael Jordan. It has to be, bro. This nigga is making money. This dude is making money like literally every second of the day. Every second of the day. Think about every time he sells something that has his brand on it. Like, this dude probably got, like, it's just crazy. You feel me? It's just crazy. We finna find out who else is in this list, because I really can't just think of it off the top of my head. Like, there's a bunch of athletes, but like, I'm saying who are more successful. Let's find out, you know what I'm
Their
saying? Let's
sporting
see.
careers had officially ended, but these
Ty2True?
athletes were just getting started.
Magic
A number
Johnson.
of strangers George Foreman's transition from boxing to kitchen appliances.
Really?
He retired at the age of 48
I
with
even know what this
minimal
is.
future prospects, yet had thankfully claimed his success was due to his healthy eating. Because
Okay.
at the same time, a company called Sultan was developing a special type of grill that would drain the excess fat out of anything it was cooking. George Foreman let the company use his name in exchange for 40% of profit.
He was a boxer? Bro, I know who George Foreman, bro. There's so many, bro. Yeah. That's crazy. There's so many like things that have his name on it, like items and shit that have his name on it. Oh my gosh. Nah, that's crazy. I never knew that.
Believing this was his fate by tweeting, "While I was KO'd, I saw a giant piece of meat screaming, grill
Nah, that's
me.
crazy.
When I woke, I said, gotta
No
find a
diddy.
grill." Thus the George Foreman grill. The product, however, was a total
Yeah, that's
failure
crazy.
until he also began hosting their infomercials. George Foreman explained that at the height of the grill's success, there were months I was being paid $8 million, yet he'd
Sheesh.
eventually sell his share in the product for a one-time payment of $137 million. The product became so popular, one person posted,
Who
"Today
really-
I learned that
who
George
really denying
Foreman
that?
is not just a brand of grill. It's actually the name of a real man who was once a boxer, while the name Jason Statham
that's crazy.
belongs
I never
to
knew
a
that.
man who was once a diver."
Shout out
He
George
made it to
Foreman,
the
though.
1990 Commonwealth Games, where the judges continually highlighted that he wasn't doing well.
Jason Statham, who's not having a good time. He's moved from 8th, slipped down to 11th.
Despite
Damn.
placing 11th, he'd explained that diving teaches you discipline, focus, and certainly keeps you out of trouble, which are principles he'd also apply as an action movie star. Statham performs his own stunts in every single movie, applying his swimming ability in productions like The Meg and
that's
Expendables
crazy.
3, where diving actually saved his life. Whilst filming a truck scene beside a dock, the brakes on the truck failed, plunging him into the sea.
60 feet at the bottom of the Black Sea, stuck in the mud. How am I going to get out of this? This is how it ends.
Yet Jason
Nah.
was able to free himself and swim 20 meters back to the surface. Terry Crews, who we'll talk about later, said, "He was a professional diver, that was his thing, man. If it would have been me, I don't know if it would have ended that way." Statham further added, "I think what
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Your boy cannot swim over here, bro. I don't care what y'all say, bro. Obviously, if I was to get in the pool, I'm not gonna drown. But, you know what I'm saying? If it's above a certain type of feet, obviously, you know what I'm saying? It get a little ugly. But, like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll make a story time on this if y'all want, bro. Your boy drowned it in, what was it, 8th grade, bro. 8th grade pool day in front of all the fucking bitches. Bro, I drowned it in front of all the hoe. Like, bro. It was one of the worst days of my life. I promise y'all. I'll give y'all a story time if y'all want it, bro. Right? The shit was just crazy, bro. I would never forget the day. The crush, the story time, bro. Y'all get that story time. Y'all will
I
get it, bro.
didn't achieve in
Y'all get it.
sports has probably helped me focus more and take my acting career more
I can't swim for shit,
seriously,
though.
while Arnold Schwarzenegger was only able to act because of his sporting achievements. In the very same year as Arnold's first Olympia win, he was given the lead role as Hercules in New York, being cast for his appearance which resembled the Greek hero.
Literally
After his
did.
7th Olympia win, Arnold was cast as Conan the Barbarian, the Terminator, and Dutch from Predator, each being influenced by his body.
How did Buddy get smaller, though? Like, yeah, bro, look at what we're looking at right now, bro.
Which resembled the Greek hero. After his 7th
Look
Olympia
at this.
win, Arnold was cast as Conan the Barbarian, the Terminator.
They made Buddy cut? Bro, hell no. I wouldn't have done all that just to have to cut, bro. Me personally, bro. Me personally. Like, these dudes gotta be on, like, some type of, like, bro.
And Dutch
ain't
from
no
Predator,
way.
each being influenced by his bodybuilding background. In the process, Arnold appeared on talk shows giving bodybuilding tips, also being elected governor for 8 whole years. More recently, however, Forbes announced that Arnold had officially become a billionaire, yet Magic Johnson already achieved this many years beforehand.
Damn.
He was the NBA's most valuable person during 3 separate seasons, while ESPN called him the 5th best player ever. But despite the Red Hot Chili Peppers writing
Curry's
a
better
song
than Magic
about
Johnson.
him,
I don't care what y'all
Johnson's
say.
career earnings were, according to Forbes, only $40 million, yet he spent it extremely wisely. Magic Johnson began investing in sports teams, pooling money to buy the LA Dodgers, for which he was heavily criticized.
We went in and bought the Dodgers for $2 billion, and everybody said they're the stupidest businessmen on the face of the earth.
Until it quadrupled in value.
At $8 billion, they said, oh, they're the smartest guys.
He'd therefore also
Damn.
invest in the Los Angeles Sparks, the Los Angeles Football Club, and the Washington Commanders, all while leading operations for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
He then launched his own talk show, his own film studio, and even his own
That
record
boy
label,
working.
before also buying a movie theater, the tallest building in Brooklyn, and 125 Starbucks locations. However, there was one
For
investment.
what? For what? Son, you ain't gonna explain for what? What do you do that for?
That was
What the
stranger
fuck?
than any other. In 2015, Magic Johnson bought 60% of the Equitrust insurance company before almost doubling their assets from 16 billion to 26 billion. If you told prime Magic Johnson he'd
Sheesh.
one day work in insurance, he probably would have laughed. Yet Ion Tiriak's corporate change was somehow even bolder. You've likely never heard of him, but
Yeah,
you'll
never.
never forget the mustache. Ion Tiriak was a pro tennis player from Romania who won the French Open during his peak in 1970. He retired
they got a
10
movie
years
over
later,
him?
but had such a unique look, he was given a role in many different ads. Then he casually decided to open his own bank. It was the first in his country after communist Romania ended, with its profits funding other ventures in real estate, auto leasing, and air travel, although his coolest business is
Oh my
easily his
gosh.
car museum. He owns over 300 different incredibly unique cars, including 2 Rolls-Royce Phantom 4s, of which only 18 were made,
Oh my
and are valued at
gosh.
$3 million each. The rest of his collection features everything from Fords to Ferraris,
Yeah,
and
he
they're
got
all
it.
on display at the Tiriac Auto Gallery. Despite earning just £200,000 during his professional tennis days, he became Romania's richest man with a worth of $1.7 billion, but he's not nearly as
That's
famous
wild.
as presenter Michael Strahan. NFL players retire
Y'all know who
after
this is.
3.3 years on average, yet Strahan played from 1993 to 2007,
Damn.
spending 15 years with the New York Giants, and retiring after a year that his team had won the Super Bowl. But while this
I didn't
made
know he
him
played that
perfect
long.
for a career in sporting commentary, he approached it through a slightly different medium. Strahan became a talk show co-host on Live with Kelly and Michael, which increased its ratings so ferociously, it began beating its competition by 87%.
Whoa.
He was then offered a position on Good Morning America, where he also performed exceptionally, winning 2 daytime Emmys for Outstanding Talk Show Host. More recently,
Damn.
Strahan was given a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, represented by a whole new category for sports entertainers, making
I ain't
his
gonna lie to y'all. Like I said, if y'all been watching my sports videos, my football videos, I don't, you know what I'm saying, I'm just not getting into the football shit and everything. I'm not gonna lie, I've always seen this guy, right? Never knew he played in the NFL for 15 years. That's crazy. But also, like, bro was in like the whatever this place is called, I forgot what it's called, the Stars Fame or whatever. Like, he got his name in it? Nigga, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, that's actually tough, bro. For real. Damn, bro was in the NFL and
are
all.
the first to feature a trophy symbol. Michael certainly deserves his $17 million a year, while Vinnie Jones is also perfect
Hey, this
for
dude from
every
X-Men?
role he plays. You might recognize Vinnie as the coach in She's the Man, being given the role as a former professional soccer player. He played 184 games of Premier
Damn.
League football, where he built a reputation as a super aggressive person. Vinnie had once casually
Damn.
threatened to rip off and spit in the hole another player's ear, broken the record for the world's fastest yellow card, and of his 184 matches, 12 had ended in red cards.
Oh my
his
gosh.
own club's chairman labeled him mosquito brain, yet Vinny's tough attitude paid off unexpectedly. In 1998, he was cast as a criminal in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, although his casting might have been too perfect, as on the day he was supposed to start shooting, he had to attend a court hearing for assaulting his neighbor over an argument about a garden fence. He was sentenced to 100 hours of community service. Vinny was then also given 80 hours community service after admitting assault and using threatening words or behavior towards members of an air crew. As passengers and crew tried to restrain him, Jones declared, "I can get you murdered. I can get the whole crew murdered for £3,000. But these hiccups only helped his career as he began to play tough guys in every single movie. For example, the X-Men's Juggernaut.
Yeah, bro was the
He's
demon.
since acted in over 100 films, but it feels like Shaq appeared
we
in
already
even
know about
more
Shaq.
commercials.
Shaq got that.
After retiring as the 10th best player ever, Shaq began making rap music, releasing 5 studio albums, one of which featuring Michael Jackson. Under the name DJ Diesel, Shaq began performing live at festivals as big as EDC Las Vegas. On top of music, Shaq appeared on WWE in shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm and so many different commercials IMDb can't even count them all. However, most of his earnings have come from savvy business moves. Shaq owned 155 Five Guys restaurants, representing 10% of all locations, as well as 150 car washes, 40 gyms, and 17 Auntie Anne restaurants.
Really?
He's built a net worth of $500 million, although there's
there's no way. How is Shaq not a billionaire? How? That don't even add up.
A whole lot cooler.
And what is Terry
about
Crews
the
in this
success of
this
Terry
list for?
Crews. He was drafted to the NFL in 1991.
Terry Crews was in the NFL? What? Bro, y'all gotta start informing me on stuff like this, man. Terry Crews was in the NFL? Bro, I'm sold, bro. And I've watched hella Terry Crews movies. Never knew Buddy was in the NFL. That's wild.
Playing 6 games for the Rams, 10 games for the Chargers, and 16 games for the Redskins, although he'd explained that he wasn't very good. I was always on the end of the roster. I was never a big superstar. I was an 11th round draft pick, partially because he didn't even enjoy it.
It took me years to figure out I never really liked football.
That's crazy.
Terry made it obvious that he instead preferred the arts.
I would go back into the locker room and ask the players if they wanted their portraits painted. You did these while you were playing? While I was playing, I was known as the artist football player.
Retiring from the NFL to take his talent to Hollywood. His family thought he was crazy.
There was family members that were like, he had a chance. He blew it. Right. You know, that was the consensus.
Although whilst working security on the set of training day, Terry was given an unexpected chance.
Well, the director walks over to me and he said, "Hey man, you want to be in this movie?" I said, "Yeah." I was like, "Sir, whatever you need me to do."
This turned into another movie, then another. But it was after appearing in White Chicks that his life would totally change.
Nah, for real.
The producer of the movie called me. He said, "Terry, your life will never ever be the same."
Terry was offered to appear in the Old Spice commercials, which went on for more than 10 whole years, calling it his revenge on the NFL.
They played it all over the NFL. That was another thing that was kind of like my revenge on the league. Because
oh my gosh, that's tough.
Seeing some crazy Terry Crews Old Spice commercial.
Although in terms of success after sporting retirement, there's nobody close to Michael Jordan. Considered the greatest NBA player ever, Jordan was approached by Nike to create his own special shoe, hoping to make $3 million over a 3-year period. Instead, it earned $126 million.
In 1984, they was giving this man $3 million. $3 million. Well, he had the goal of making $3 million the first 3 years. I guarantee he surpassed that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
the end of the first 12 months.
Bro, it's just right here. Nah. Oh my gosh. Bro. Mind y'all, this is in 1984. 1984. This man made $126 million off of a shoe in 1984. As a black male. This nigga, bro. He got infinite amount of money, bro. I'm telling you.
126 million by the end of the first 12 months. The shoes have since made him roughly 1.5 billion, which he used to buy a share in the Charlotte Hornets, spending 275 million in 2010 before reselling it in 2023 for a whopping $3 billion. As a result, Michael Jordan is the richest athlete ever.
Okay.
With a net worth of 3.2 billion.
Oh my gosh. 3.2 billion? Nah, MJ is crazy. And bro, that's the crazy thing. In the beginning of the video, I was saying it, bro. Like, I don't know anybody who probably is going to ever overtake Michael Jordan as being the, like, most successful athlete after they retire. Nobody's going to ever be able to do what this nigga did. Ever. It's not happening. And if it does happen, it will not be in our lifetimes. We will not get to experience that. We won't ever be able to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is just crazy, man. Shout out Sunny V2 for the interesting video, man.